Hi friends, I'm Sasha.
And I'm Mia.
And this is the Drawing Club podcast. Welcome back to the podcast. It's been a while since we recorded.
Yes, you haven't noticed anything, but actually it's been like a month at least.
Yeah, we pre-recorded a lot of
all of February pretty much.
Yeah. So now we're feeling a bit new to this again.
Yeah, so if we're awkward, we're sorry. But it should be fine.
Yes.
This is actually episode number 10, and this is our season 1 final episode.
Yes.
So exciting. I can't believe we made 10 episodes.
10 weeks of podcast.
That is so cool. I feel so proud of us.
Yes, I'm really proud of us too. Yes. But yeah, the first season ends now, or like after we're finished with this episode, and we're gonna take a break. But before we do, we're actually gonna have a little season finale surprise.
Yes!
We're doing a YouTube live stream next week.
Yes, next week's Tuesday. We'll put the date up here because I can't remember it now.
Yes, it's next week's Tuesday, so please check our Instagram because by now we probably have published the date and time for the live stream.
That's so exciting too. It's something I've never done before.
Yeah, me neither.
But it will be so fun to like actually draw together with all of you.
Yes, and talk to you in real time.
Yes.
So that's
really
a little.
Looking forward to that.
Yes. That's gonna be our little end of season gift from us to you and from you to us.
Yes. We hope you can join us.
Yes. And after that, we'll take a 2-week break and we'll be back with our second season. Sorry, friends. This is future Sasha interrupting the episode because the date I initially said was incorrect. The new season will start on April 29th. So mark your calendars, and now back to the podcast.
Yes, mark your calendars.
Yes.
We're going to be back pretty soon.
Yeah, but let's get to today's episode. What are you going to draw today?
Yes, so inspired by my trip to Amsterdam, which I think we're going to talk about in just a moment, I thought I would draw some cute Amsterdam houses.
Yeah, they're so cute.
I think it might be a bit ambitious painting around all these millions of windows, but we'll see. But it's nice. It's fun too. Like, I don't often draw like sceneries or buildings, so this is a fun change for me.
Yeah. I just sketched some abstract shapes. I've been kind of into drawing these blobs these days and kind of just experimenting with colors. Yes. So I'm just gonna draw a bunch of blobs.
Yes. And I am going to be using my watercolors as well as some colored pencils for the line work. Yeah.
I'm going to use watercolors too. And I have a mix. I have like a couple of my favorite colors of the... Oh, there are fruit flies. I have a mix of... What did I say? Yes, these are my favorite colors from the Kuretake set that I have. And then I have some tubes from this White Nights, St Petersburg White Nights watercolors. So I might use both or just some of them. Let's see.
Nice. So, Sasha, how have you been lately? Because now it's been a month. Yeah. I think we're all very curious to hear about your Amsterdam trip.
Yes. I've been away for a whole month and I was in the Netherlands. And 1 week of that trip, we were in Rotterdam with my partner. And that was actually like a project for which we went there, and my partner had a residency in a music studio and I was filming him doing his music on video, and we worked on those videos together. But the rest of it, I just wanted to stay there for a bit longer to just try to be somewhere else, just change the scenery. I didn't want to because I've been to Amsterdam before, so this time I was like, okay, I don't actually need to explore and rush to like see all the new places. I'm kind of familiar with the city and I already love it, so I just want to hang out there, just like be there and do my thing. And it was so therapeutic. I was so happy. I kind of because I already know that change of scenery really helps me, so that's why I wanted to do it, and also like
Yeah.
spend a bit more time with my friend Xenia, who lives there,
Yes.
which was also really nice because I stayed with her. So yeah, I feel so fresh and happy, and I didn't really miss Helsinki. And first when I came back, I was kind of upset that I'm back here.
I
But-
can imagine after Amsterdam.
Yes, but now I'm like, I feel pretty good about it because the weather has gotten a bit better.
Yeah, the sun has been treating us for the
Yeah.
past couple days.
Yes. And also, I'm excited about some things I'm working on. And I had this event that I was co-organizing
Mm-hmm.
that has now happened. So I don't have to stress about that anymore.
Yes.
So now I'm like pretty excited to get back to my things.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really nice. I was just like going to some cafes and like working on my laptop, and also like if I didn't feel like it, I was just resting. I decided I wanted to do some work there, but I also decided it's going to be really low pressure. Like if I don't get things done, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I actually came to visit you in
Yes.
Amsterdam, which was so nice.
It was really nice to
It
have
was
you.
my first time, so I was like very excited to see the city, and it was so charming and nice. Like it was a lot more kind of, I mean, of course it's a city, but it felt a lot more like kind of calm and cozy than what I had imagined, and I really loved that. It was like so beautiful with the canals, and like yeah, we went to like some secondhand shops and ate a lot of yummy food and went
Yeah.
to like amazing plant shops and then yeah, also like worked in cafes and drew a bunch, and we actually did something really special while we were there.
Yes.
We had like a drawing club meetup.
Yes, we did. And some of you came there.
Yes. It was so
That was-
nice.
yeah,
Oh my
I
god, it
loved
was
it.
the highlight of my trip for sure.
Yeah.
It was like we didn't really know what to expect because we just announced it on Instagram, and like a couple of people said that yeah, I want to come, but we're kind of like okay, so maybe a couple of people will show up, but 8 of you showed up, which was amazing.
Yes.
And I don't know, like I just felt so emotional and touched, and Leah, afterwards we stayed at the cafe where we held the meetup, and we were kind of both just like, oh, I feel so emotional and touched. Like all these people came
Yeah.
to meet us and draw together, and yeah, it was really special.
Yeah, it's so nice to like meet people face to face, and like there are just these people we don't really know, we've never met, but they
Yes.
they like what we do, and now we meet them, and then we have so much in common, and we
Yes.
like do this really nice thing together. I don't know, it's just so like it's really weird and also like really cool,
Yes.
like that we also came to this new place where like we don't know almost anyone,
exactly.
and then there are all these people that we kind of know or like now know,
yeah.
but then it's like very kind of, because you know, like getting to know new people seems like a really difficult effort.
Yeah.
But this was
we're
like
shy.
Yes, but this was very natural because
Yes.
like we already have this thing in common. I don't know.
Yeah.
Internet is weird.
Internet
like-
is weird and wonderful.
Yes.
I love that it makes things like this possible.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, you also had something you wanted to show us, right?
Yes. So before I left, I ordered some new postcards, and they came while I was away. So
They
I
are
came
so
back.
cute. They're so
I
beautiful.
want to show you. I mean, these are not all of them, but just a few of them. Yeah, you can see in this camera. But yeah, this is the first time I ordered from like a new place, and yeah, I'm so happy with them. So they have there's a lot of
They're so
plant people, and then there's like coffee and tea themed ones. Yeah, sorry, like audio listeners.
Yes.
But yeah, we also have a video, so
Yes.
You can see them here, but if you're listening, you can also go to my website, and by the time this is out, they're probably gonna be in the shop.
And you should go to Sasha's shop because these are adorable.
Yeah,
you don't want to miss out.
I'm so happy. It's been like, I think 2 years since I've actually released new postcards because I was concentrating on other stuff, so I'm so happy to.
Oh, so this is extra special postcard drop.
Yes.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so should we finally get to the topic of today? Actually, before, I just want to say, so this is a drawing podcast, so you're welcome to join us in drawing also. Yes. And if you do, please share online, tag us on Instagram, and we'd love to see what you draw also. Yes. But yes, do you want to introduce our topic?
So since this is like the last episode of the season, we thought we could do a Q&A for the whole episode and just answer a lot of your questions, because we love answering your questions.
Yes. And it's been like so special that you told us online that you really enjoyed this podcast and you like made new routines with the podcast and you love to draw with us and stuff. So we thought it would be wonderful to kind of celebrate you also and like include you in this very special season finale.
Yes. So we will answer all of the things you're wondering, everything you want to know about us or about our work or about our podcast or yes
anything. Just everything and anything.
Today is the day.
Yes. Should I start with the questions I have?
Yes.
So we asked you for questions on Instagram and you delivered. The first question is from Gematis. What do your families think about your artistic career choices? This is a really good question, I think. Yes. A bit scary, but I mean, I don't know. Or is it scary? To me, it seems a bit...
Yeah, I mean, it's a scary thing for a lot of artists, I think.
Yes.
Especially like the ones who are just starting out.
Exactly. I think for me it was definitely scary to kind of, because I studied at the university. I have like a master's in English. So to tell my family, look, I'm not going to be a teacher. I think I just want to draw for a living was a bit scary. But actually my family has been very supportive. My dad even like does my bookkeeping for me, which is super nice of him. Yeah. So I think they're like they're a bit worried if I'm doing okay, but they're letting me do it. And they like support me also sometimes by buying like some of my art. Like my mom has bought earrings from me and a t-shirt and tote bags.
I find that so cute.
Really nice. So really, it's like it's been really nice.
Yeah.
What about you and your family?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have anyone who would be like very negative about it. So I would think that like I'm pretty happy with where my family's at. I'm not sure like exactly what they think, but I mean, I started my business when, I don't know, I feel like I was already adult enough that they didn't really feel like, because I studied engineering and at school I was also like, you know, the kid who is like good at math and this kind of stuff. So of course they didn't expect me to become an artist. Yeah. So but also I wasn't like a teenager when I would tell them that I want to be an artist.
Yeah,
so
same. I was like 27.
Yeah. So I think that's also like different because there was never a conversation when like, you know, in the age where your parents feel very strongly about like your future career and when you're thinking about your future career. So maybe at that age it would be more of like a conversation and maybe a difficult conversation. I don't know. But at the time when I decided to do this like as my job, I was unemployed at the time, so I think they were already like worried for me. And and they were happy that I was taking some kind of steps. I was like, okay, I'm gonna start my own business, and maybe they were worried about me, but also I think they were happy that I'm at least like, I have a plan, I'm doing something, and at least they like wished me luck with it, and maybe like, I don't know, they probably had some worries, but they didn't really make it a big deal to me.
Yeah, I think it's the same. I think like sometimes my mom has told me that my dad apparently was a bit worried in the beginning, but thankfully he didn't share it with me.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I maybe like I have struggled with feeling like maybe my family doesn't really believe in me, like they like hope that this is gonna work out, but they don't think it is. But again, like also I'm not actually sure. Maybe it's just my own insecurity.
Yeah, I'm not actually sure like how that is with my family. If they think this is like a not permanent thing that I'm just trying out, or if they, I actually don't know. I'm a bit scared to ask. But yeah, there's never been like any negative stuff, at least, and I'm really like thankful for that. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Next question.
This one is from Nora Tulia. Do you have any big dreams regarding your career? I kind of feel like I have a lot of big dreams, but also I'm a bit scared to dream very big. Like I feel like still at this point my dreams are quite like basic, in that I would love for creative work to just like pay for all of my bills, and like just that I could sustain myself solely through creative work, because as we've talked about, we both have part-time jobs, so that's not the case for me yet. But like that is like but that doesn't really qualify as a big dream. Do you have any big dreams?
I think I used to, but I'm kind of trying now a new approach. Kind of like I'm trying to really take it like I don't know, just see what works for me in the present. Yeah, also sorry about the noise, but again, cats. Yes, I'm trying to like concentrate on like what I'm working on now, and so I have some like goals with my like current project, but yeah, because I think when I started, like when I just like registered my business, I was like, okay, now I have this business, and I also went to some courses, and of course they always talk about like the profits and how you're supposed to grow and stuff. So I had this very like serious approach of like, okay, now I have a business, now I have to be really serious, I have to see how it will grow, I have to like really like learn how to like sell things and stuff, and with all this pressure I got myself into like several bad times, like burnouts and like I don't know, mental breakdowns or something. I'm not sure like exactly, but like bad things happened to me mentally. And now I'm like, and now that I got a part-time job, I feel it's like it's been very good for me because a lot of the pressure went off, and now I've been like really rethinking my approach to like my art, because treating it as this very, very serious kind of like a company, like I know that a lot of people would teach you to do it that way, and a lot of people would say that what I'm saying now is like very wrong, and maybe it is for a lot of people, but I've realized that for me, I'm trying now to just think like, okay, what do I want to do creatively, and then kind of see maybe what I can monetize, but in this very, I don't know, I want to kind of do this go with the flow situation, and maybe try to monetize some things, but still see, I mean, of course I want to monetize my art, but I just want to like do something that I like, and then see if it works, and if something works financially, then do more of it, but as long as I enjoy it and I stop if I stop enjoying things, stop doing them. And yeah,
I really like that.
Yes.
That's so nice. And yeah, like, because I agree with how I feel like my part-time job has also like taken so much like stress out from creating and like from having to produce. Just a lot of stress. So that's so wonderful that like your
and
whole thinking has changed.
And I know it doesn't sound like a good business strategy or like and I know a lot of people would say that if this is how you approach it, you're not gonna get any money from your work and stuff. But like I kind of now decided that for now I want my own health and well-being to be the priority.
Yes.
And then build my work around it.
I love that. I feel like if it's not like it doesn't sound like a great business strategy, I think for me it sounds like a wonderful life strategy.
Yes.
Because that's why we do anything, is to like live a life that we want to live.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah. And I've already tried to do it from the business strategist standpoint, and it didn't work for me.
Yes.
It was like really bad for me.
Yes.
So I don't want to do that anymore. Yeah.
Yeah. That sounds really good.
Yeah. I don't know if that answered the questions about the dreams, but yeah, I'm trying not to have any like big dreams, but yeah, my dream is to like live a life where I can be creative, I can sustain myself financially, and I don't know if I want it to be completely from my creative work or I want to have different jobs and some of them are creative. I just want it to work for me mentally and that I'm happy and that I'm doing things that I enjoy, and maybe also doing things on the side that I don't enjoy as much, but that bring security.
Yeah.
Or maybe not, I don't know. Like, I want to figure out a way that I can have, like, this kind of balance and also do things that I like and also, like, feel good about myself and about, like, what's happening. I don't know. This sounds really vague. And I know...
I love it.
Yeah. Like...
That's really, like, I love that you're, like, kind of... that your answer doesn't necessarily, like, you don't have to have like big dreams regarding your career. It can just be because like of course like sometimes I think like, oh, it would be so nice to have like a space, like a shop and but I don't know, like maybe I will try it one day, but also I don't know, like if it doesn't work for me, then I don't want to do it. Yeah, I love that. I think like for me, like some things that I've been thinking lately that are kind of big in that they are very different things to how I now make money would be like to find more kind of ways that are like not any physical products, but more like content creation. And because I love interacting with you all, and I really love like shooting videos and creating videos, for example, and all this stuff, but those are things that currently are not bringing me any money. So I kind of I would love to be not as like tied down to creating physical objects and selling those, but instead of like giving something else. If that makes sense.
I feel the same way. I would like to make less physical objects also, or at least maybe make the same amount, but like not have them as like the primary source of income in the creative job.
Yes, sounds good.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to the next question.
So Jenny K Illustration asks, what are your dream illustration project if you could choose anything? Well, it's kind of similar, but it's a specific like a project. Wow.
I would say something that is something that would be for like a very important cause, but that would also pay for my time. Yeah. Like if I could make some illustrations for, I don't know, for something that is like socially important, or like
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know, for some NGO or something that I feel very strongly about, that I feel like really happy to support.
Yeah.
But that I would still get compensated.
Yeah.
that would kind of be like a dream career in general.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah. Like that would be very meaningful work and probably like very fulfilling.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, because I do a lot of, or like, I don't know, maybe not a lot of compared to other people, but I feel like I do activism.
Yes.
Like a big portion of my time. Like activism takes a big portion of my time, but I'm not compensated for any of it.
Yeah.
And I think it would be nice if activism was compensated.
Yes. Yeah. Definitely. Okay. What would I think one thing that I really dream about is to, because we've talked about this with my partner, but we would like to write and illustrate a children's book, because he doesn't do a lot of writing nowadays, but he used to, and he's been talking about like getting back to it a lot, and he always makes up these kinds of children's poems for me, and I'm always like, they're so sweet and nice, and I'm always like, oh, you should write it down. So we've kind of had this we don't have an idea for a story or anything, but I would love to collaborate with him on like a children's book.
That sounds adorable.
Yeah. I think it would be like so adorable.
Yes, I'm sure.
Yeah. So I think that could be one for me.
Yeah. All right. Should we take a break and get back to the rest of the questions?
Yes.
So Mina Seven Jafarzadeh asked us, how many years do we need to become a complete freelancer and make enough money?
I mean, we're still figuring that out.
Yes.
Full transparency, which we have been.
Yes. So I and you, we don't really make enough money.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on what enough money is for you.
Yeah.
But at least I don't make a whole, like a full, what is it, like a full salary. Just illustration.
No, me neither. Yes. Like some months of the year I do, but it's so inconsistent. Then some months are really quiet. There are some cat noises, right? Yes. Just making a note. But so that's why I have a part-time job at the moment, which is really nice.
Yes, same here. I'm still also I've been at it for 5 years, doing freelance. I didn't do illustration right away, so maybe illustration for 2 or 3 years. But yeah, and still I make some money from some things. I don't make money from some other things that I try, and I'm still figuring out what actually works and what doesn't, and what I want to do, as I already talked before. Yes. And I also have a part-time job, and I'm sure that for some people it takes way less. I think it depends on
it depends where on so many things.
Where you start at, and on your luck, and I don't know, maybe on your environment. Maybe some people for some reason already in a more in an environment where there is more clients that they already have access to or something. I don't know. I'm sure it is possible in a shorter time to also start.
But it's so individual. I feel like there are so many factors that go into it. So it's even hard to think for myself what all goes into it, because I think everything my personality go into it, because I'm not a risk taker or very courageous about approaching potential clients or something. So I think I have some things that are what is it, hindrances that don't help me. And some people are better at some things, but then I'm sure I am also really good at some things.
Yes.
I feel with social media I've been really successful, and that has been for me the biggest thing personally, and what helps me make money from illustration at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, I think for me, for example, social media is not as I'm not as good at it as you are, for example, but I'm, for example, I like to make lists and organize things, and I think that helped me, for example, reach out to a lot of shops, because I really like to sit down and research and collect a list and then have a schedule to contact everyone. And then now, at least for me, a lot of my income comes from selling at shops.
Yes, yeah, and that's something that I'm trying to do now, but it hasn't come that hasn't been the first thing I did or the easiest thing.
Yeah, for me that, for example, is easier than social media, and for you, probably social media works better, at least for now. So it all depends. These things are very different for everyone, depending on also what you do, as a freelancer, and how long things take different time for different people, even other things I don't know, getting dressed, getting ready takes very different amounts of time for different people, or writing an essay will take 1 day for one person and 1 week for another person. So I think it's the same with running a business, or getting to a certain amount of money per month or whatever.
And it's also because it depends so much on what you want to do, because there are many ways to make money as an illustrator.
Yes.
You can get clients, you can run your own online shop, you can make videos on YouTube, for example. Some illustrators probably make most of their income that way. And so many more. You can teach classes or workshops, and then you can have retailers who sell all these things, and usually you have several.
Yes.
And then for some people, some things bring more money and some things less, and I don't think there's any one rule that works for all.
Yeah, exactly. So this question is very
it could be a whole episode also discussing this,
and still there's no answer to this question. It's very individual.
Yes, I agree.
But also, just so you know, if it's taking you a long time, that's normal.
Yes,
it's totally normal, and that's the same for everyone. And I think sometimes when you see people on social media and they're very, I don't know, quote unquote successful, or seem to you, first of all, you don't know how much they actually get unless they share it. And second of all, you don't know how long actually it took them to get there. It could have been very long.
Yes.
And even if it wasn't, it was really long for some other people.
Yes. That's so true.
So I actually heard somewhere that for a business, it takes on average 8 years to to bring a normal amount of money on average. So it's out of all the businesses that started. So of course for some businesses it takes 1 year, for some it takes 20, but
that's in a way it's both comforting but also but that's it's good to know that there's not necessarily anything wrong.
Yes.
Just because you're not yet where you want to be financially. It can just take time.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Good.
Okay, next question. Yes. Let's see. The illustrative moth asked us, what are your favorite subjects to draw?
Ooh. Well, I mean, you've seen us draw for 10 episodes now, so you might have an idea.
Yeah.
But I think for me, it's girls or feminine people and plants. That's what I mostly draw.
Yeah.
Those two things, and usually together.
Yeah, same. I mean, same for me. I mean, cats also. I like to include
cats. Yes.
But otherwise, people and plants is what I mostly draw.
Yeah. It's so nice that we have this common thing, but still it's cool also because our illustrations still look really different.
Yeah.
At least to me.
Yeah.
It's so nice. But I think for me it's just this very cozy thing and calming thing draw and to see, and I like that. I like to do that with my art, I think.
Yeah, for me it's like just this everyday thing. Like it's the thing that
same.
I have cats, so I see cats every day. I have plants, and I always like think about plants.
Yes.
And I mean, people, you know, we all see people all the time. So yeah, so it's kind of like, I see it as kind of, the things that I think about in life, I draw them.
Yeah.
And then also I like to draw a lot of this kind of abstract kind of shape-based stuff, because I like to experiment with colors.
Yeah, true.
You know. Yeah.
So that's it.
Okay. Next. New Flanged asked, I'd love to know about your favorite video games.
Ooh.
I like this question.
Do you have favorite video games?
I don't have one game in particular, but I love races.
Oh, wow. They're like kind of my least favorite.
Yeah, I know. I don't understand you. You're weird. I love races the most.
Wow.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah. I don't know what to say about it.
Yeah.
It's just
they're like, I mean, obviously they're the most fun to play like in a group or like socially. So, I mean, I don't hate them. Like if I mean, I would love to play with my friends more. I rarely ever do that. But if I do and we're racing, yes, I'm enjoying it. I love it.
Yeah, we played actually together.
Yes,
and, it was
and
so
that
much
was
fun.
super fun.
Yeah.
Yes. So definitely like, but because I mostly game alone, races are like that way. They're very boring to me.
I love to play races alone also.
Wow.
Yeah.
But that's cool.
Yeah.
I just don't understand you.
I don't understand you.
Yeah,
What
for
about
me, The Sims is like number one. I've been playing it since the first one came out. I was like 10 or something. I was like pretty young, and I've been into it ever since. Nowadays, I don't really have as much time or take as much time to game as I would like to, because I do most of my work on my computer. So when I have free time, I don't really want to keep sitting where I work. But yeah, The Sims and simulation in general, I'm just super into it, because you can build there, you can like make all these characters and make them look exactly how you want, and there's like all this customizability is like so it's so wonderful to be creative that way. I feel like it's one way to be creative also, but then also just playing the game, like playing with my Sims and doing stuff and having them like, I don't know, get married or get jobs and all this stuff. It's so like mundane, but I love it. It's like really relaxing, and I come up with all these stories in my head about the characters, and it's like a whole thing. Like when I get into it, I'm like in it for like a month or two, and I'm just constantly thinking about it, and like I'm like, oh, what can I build? What kind of Sims should I create? But then I kind of get too busy with work or something, and I have to take a break, and then I get back into it like sometime later. So that definitely. But other games that I really enjoyed are the room games, which are these puzzle kind of mystery puzzle escape room type games that are a bit scary, but they're like these puzzles, so it's really fun.
Yeah.
And then I really like civilization games, which is this strategy game where you like create this empire and you try to beat other nations. So it's this map and stuff. Okay, I can talk about this all day. I think I have a lot more favorites, but I mean, The Sims is like number one forever and ever and ever.
Yeah, I actually never played Sims as an adult.
Yes.
Like I played it as a child, but then since then I haven't. Even though I've watched a lot of videos of people playing The Sims, and I love it. But
yes, and we've been meaning to play Sims together for a while.
Yes, we should.
We keep forgetting, so we should do that.
And I mean, unfortunately, I don't really like play a lot nowadays. I don't have any like console at home,
Yeah, me neither.
And I don't want to be on the computer in my free time.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I kind of only play if there's like an event, like if we meet and stuff. Or if I'm, for example, like on the train for a really long time, I'll download some race on my race game on my phone, and I'm gonna be like sitting there on the train racing on my phone. And yeah, I also have this kind of like game. I don't know, is it like a puzzle? It's kind of like a Tetris game, so you like, or like, I mean, it's kind of, it's something in between like a Tetris game and Candy Crush.
Yeah, but I love this. I have Candy Crush on my iPad.
Yeah, I used to play Candy Crush, but now not so much. But now I have this other game that is kind of similar. And I played all the time before sleeping, even though I know you're not supposed to look at your phone before falling asleep.
Yeah,
it doesn't work for me. I need to look at my phone before falling asleep. I need to do something very like boring, kind of like something that I can concentrate on, so I don't think about anything else. But something that doesn't get me excited, but more kind of like ding, 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 ding. You know, I'm just doing this thing.
So you're not really thinking, you're just like...
Yeah, so I can concentrate and like my... Because if I don't look at the screen... My thoughts are gonna go all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
So I play this game before going to sleep pretty much every day, and that calms me down, and then I fall asleep.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yes. We should definitely play The Sims.
We should.
Let's try and do that.
Okay. Do you have more questions on your phone?
Yes, I do. Let me just look them up. Okay, so Spring Myths, who I guess already asked one question, but we can answer another one. Right?
Yes, of course.
How can one best gain a bigger audience on Instagram as an artist?
Okay, I think you know better than me.
I mean, I might, like, I have experience with it, but actually I feel like this is one of those things that I don't really know the answer to. I just feel like some people get lucky with it. Yeah. Like, honestly, that's how I feel. That, like, what happened to me. I mean, I use hashtags, and I, like, especially when I was starting out, like, sharing my drawings, that is, I was, like, posting daily. I also shared, like, a lot more photographs back then. But for the first, like, 2 years, pretty much daily. I mean, of course, I would have like breaks every now and then, but it was like very consistent. So I think that, and that is always like a thing that people tell you is like important on Instagram. But it's not possible for me nowadays because I have too much to do. But back then I had like a lot more time to focus just on creating new art. So that worked for me. But yeah, I think like consistency is big. Then using like hashtags is a great way for people to discover you. Like I follow some hashtags and I discover new art that way. I think a lot of people also like tag a lot of accounts on their illustrations. Like there are these accounts like children's illustration or editorial illustration. These kind of pages that kind of, you know, collect those kinds of illustrations, and I guess a lot of people who are interested in that follow those. So people want to get like featured, so they tag those accounts. I haven't really done that either, but I think it can be very, like, if you get one of those big accounts to repost your art, that can be very beneficial, I think. But honestly, I don't really know. Like what I've done is just keep posting and try to be like really nice to everyone and like be myself. I don't really, it's hard.
I think like based on what you've told, also like taking part in all of these like like things that happen, like all these community like challenges and things.
Yeah, that's
well
good.
Like Inktober of course is big, and then like there was this draw this in your style things, and then sometimes there will be some like themed ones like for this month, like March Meet the Maker, or like
that's
all of these
so
things.
True.
Yes, because there's so many people taking part in these. Yes,
and everyone wants to see what other people create.
Yeah,
that's so true. Yeah, that has been like, that's something I've been doing, and I think like the Inktober especially has been very beneficial for me personally with followers.
Yeah, I noticed also like when the more consistent I am, the more response I get on social media.
Yeah.
That is like the biggest thing I noticed.
But I also feel like Instagram has gotten so much more difficult, like with the algorithm, that I know everyone keeps talking about it, but I've noticed like such a significant drop. Like when I used to have under 10,000 people following me, I like had better response sometimes to my stuff than now that I have over 30,000, which is like, it's super amazing and wonderful. But it kind of, maybe at the time when I had a smaller account, I kind of figured that when I'm at this point, it's going to be like super busy and everyone's going to be buying my stuff, and you know, everyone's going to be super into everything. But yeah, Instagram doesn't show your art to people, even if you want to. So it can be, I think, especially tricky to try and grow an account nowadays. But I'm not saying that to like discourage anyone.
But maybe like don't put all your eggs in one basket. Like
that's a
like
good
of course
one.
it's good to try to grow your following on social media. It's like, it's very beneficial, but also don't like put all your hopes on growing your art career on social media. Like try to think of some other ways for people to find and buy your art.
That's good. Okay. Dyed Wild sent a question that is very fun. Which animal would you like mouse-sized? So like any animal that you can make into the size of a mouse?
I'm actually like, that also makes me a bit scared. Because I was just, when I was in Amsterdam, I was staying with my friend who has a hamster. So that is a mouse-sized animal.
True.
And I mean, I love her hamster, but also she lets him run free every now and then, and that is so scary to me. Even though like she knows her apartment and she knows her hamster, so she's like totally fine because she knows where he likes to hide, and she knows to not like open the door while the hamster is out running, and also like look around and to not step on the hamster. So she, like, because it's her hamster and it's her apartment, so for her, But I was like so scared I might step on the hamster or drop something, or like, or I'll forget and I'll open the door and the hamster will run away or something. I was like, I was so worried about that. So now when you say like have an animal that size, I'm like, oh my god, no, I need my animal the size that I can like see them well, and I'm not gonna like accidentally kill them or anything.
I mean, it's good. But
maybe just like as a visual thing, just to make them cute, but not actually have them mouse sized. I don't know.
I mean, something cuddly for me, definitely something like fluffy. I mean, my partner is allergic, but this is like a fantasy question, so I don't have to take into account that he's allergic. But something, oh my god.
But I'm thinking now like pig or cow or like horse.
Oh my god, a pig. Oh my god, a pig. Yes.
Yeah, just imagine, but it's like an actual pig, but it's this size. That would be so cute.
It would be so cute, because also my partner is obsessed with pigs, and he's like waiting for the day when we live like somewhere out of the city and we have like a big yard and we can have a pigsty and like save some pig.
I love so pigs cute. Too.
Yeah, but like in a city apartment, not a good thing. But okay, a pig. I'm stealing your answer. It was too cute. It's too cute.
Yes. Okay, let's do one more question.
Okay.
And a quick one.
Okay. Climagus is asking, have you ever tried free soloing? How was it? If not, why not? No, I haven't. This is climbing related. So for those of you who don't know what free soloing is.
I don't even know.
Yes. So it's climbing, but like climbing when you would usually have your harness and the rope and stuff, but doing it without it.
No.
I mean, no. No way. I mean, first of all, I've only gone like climbing like on those high walls with a harness once, and it was very scary. I could never imagine doing it without the harness. I've never even climbed outside at all, so Yeah, way too risky for me. Like bouldering without the harness is risky enough for me.
Yeah, I'm like terrified of bouldering. Like still.
Yeah, so I don't need
yeah.
any extra risks. Yeah, I wouldn't climb without safety precautions.
Yeah, I'm also the kind of person who is scared of this kind of thing. Like if there's something that I feel like I might be hurt or something. And I'm also always scared for others. I'm like, and I'm not gonna like ride my bike too fast or like,
Yeah.
I get
Risk
scared.
anyone. Yeah.
Like for like, with like my physical well-being, I'm very scared to risk.
Yeah. I'm definitely like not a risk taker, and I would never do that. I mean, I don't even know what to say about it. I saw the free soloing movie with Alex Honnold, which was so anxiety inducing. I mean, it was very cool in a way, but also I don't understand how anyone ever does that.
Yeah, like even watching other people do that already sounds scary for me.
It was like my palms were sweating so bad.
Like I'm not sure I want to even see people doing it or like know that somebody is doing it.
I know. It's a bit too much for me.
But you do you.
Yeah, you
like,
do you.
I think if people do that, that's like super cool.
If you're a grown adult.
Yes.
Please don't let kids ever do that.
No. Yes. If you are really good at climbing and know exactly what you're getting yourself into, only do it then.
Yes, exactly.
If you've never climbed before, don't do that either.
No.
Yeah.
And if you're like us and you climb for a year, don't even think about it. Seriously.
Yeah. But of course, like people who are like professional climbers and who do that, like it's of course like really cool that people are so like brave and they take this kind of risks. I don't understand them, but I mean,
we don't have to always understand.
Yes. Yeah.
Ooh, oh my god, are we done? Oh, I didn't get anywhere near finishing this drawing.
I mean, I finished this very complicated drawing.
No, but it's so, I love the colors.
Yeah, I got super inspired by this cold green and light blue combination after you got earrings from me.
I did. Oh, I wish I was wearing them because this is like the green.
Yeah, so Mia was wearing this jacket and got these light blue earrings from me, and they looked so good together. I was like, oh my god, this is like such a good color combination. For those of you listening, this like it's this cold dark green. Yeah. Kind of like is this?
It's like a forest green or like a spruce or something. I don't know.
Yeah. And then the earrings are like this very light baby blue, but also this kind of, I don't know, this cold kind of blue. So and I've been like wanting to draw something with this color combination. So now I have this kind of light mustard yellow with this forest green and light blue blobs, and I really like the combo.
It's really cute. Okay, I'm gonna finish this off camera. I'll need to add all my color pencil action and still some painting to do.
But this drawing makes me miss Amsterdam. I love it. It's super. I love this kind of architecture. This is like my favorite. Like this really tall, narrow houses all glued together.
Yeah, I loved how they were narrow and they were like all window. Yes, like there was so much light. I can imagine like living in those apartments, looking down at the canal. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, now we have to wrap up. So thank you so much for listening to this episode and for this whole season. It's been so nice. Like this is like one of my favorite things that I'm doing nowadays. Yeah. I love this project.
Yeah, same. This has been like really fulfilling and so nice, and I'm like so happy to be doing it with you.
Yes. So please tell all your friends, all your followers, tell everyone about our podcast, because we really want more people to see and hear it. Yes. Because it makes such a big difference when we hear back from people and when we know that people are watching and enjoying. Yes. So please help us reach more of you, creative people.
Yes. And thank you so much, like, for all your support that you've shown us, like, on our first season of this podcast.
Yes.
And we will see you
In the live next week.
Yes. Oh my God. So exciting. Okay.
See you. Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Drawing Club podcast.
You can follow us on Instagram at Drawing Club Podcast or email us at drawingclubpodcast@gmail.com.
You can also find me, Mia, on Instagram at mia.minerva and on YouTube as Mia Minerva. Sasha, where can we find you?
I'm on Instagram at Sasha_Kretova.
This podcast was created by us, Mia Minerva and Sasha Kretova.
Olli Aarni created the theme song and assisted with the recording, and Dmitri Zherbin took care of audio mastering.
Welcome to the club, friends.